Imagine finally tasting freedom, only to have it rip away in front of hundreds of people. This is the story of Anthony Burns, a young fugitive slave whose daring escape turned into one of the most suspenseful and tragic events in American history. Anthony Burns was born into slavery in Stafford County, Virginia, in 1834. From a young age, he endured the harsh brutality of plantation life, backbreaking labor, cruel punishments, and constant fear. But Anthony dreamed of freedom, and that dream would lead him into one of the most suspenseful and tragic chapters of American history. In 1854, at the age of 20, Anthony escaped his master and made the dangerous journey north, reaching Boston, Massachusetts, a city that had become a hub of abolitionist activity and relative safety for fugitive slaves. For a moment, it seemed he might finally taste liberty. But the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850 threatened everything. Federal authorities were empowered to capture escaped slaves, even in free states, and Anthony's freedom was far from secure. Suspense gripped the city as Anthony was recognized and arrested by U.S. Marshals, despite the protests of hundreds of Bostonians. A tense legal battle ensued, with abolitionists desperately trying to secure his release. The city erupted with outrage. Crowds gathered, some attempting to storm the courthouse, but federal troops were called in to maintain order. Tragically, Anthony was forcibly returned to slavery in Virginia, a humiliating and heart-wrenching fate. The story doesn't end in despair, however. Anthony endured his re-enslavement with courage and resilience. Eventually, after the outbreak of the Civil War, he gained his freedom through the intervention of Union forces. Yet the memory of that brutal capture and the public spectacle in Boston left an indelible mark, a story of suspense, tragedy, and the high price of daring to seek liberty.